They found Spock, guys. I know you were worried. He was dead. He was missing. We knew his coffin was on that planet. We were like, why can't you just find him? They did. All right. And the film's called The Search for Spock. I don't mean to spoil you, but he is found. Okay. He's found first as a little baby, then as a little boy, then as a Leonard Nimoy, and then we ship him over to Vulcan and we make him Spock again. Okay, thanks to a ritual of some sort, mysticism, baby. Daniel Ehrenberg, that's my name. I'm the captain of the franchise, and over there, beam me up, Logan.
Okay. How does he have a button that he presses? What does he do? Pull
I
a
have no.
lever?
I never really paid attention to it, to be honest.
Oh, well, maybe we'll find out in the future movies. He did beam
Let's
up
keep an
the
eye out.
whales. I didn't notice what he did to get the whales.
He did, man.
I finally seen the whale Star Trek movie.
I know. I thought it was the sixth one. I
Um,
thought we were doing it next week, and then I turned this on, and I'm like, the second I heard like the message from that probe, yeah, I was like, holy shit, this is the whale one.
yeah, that blew my mind. This is a famous movie. I'd always heard about it. I always heard it was
Yeah.
terrible, but I enjoyed it. Maybe I
No,
just like Star Trek.
no, Star Trek. You heard wrong about that. The whale one is regarded as one of the best Star Trek movies.
No, it is an even one. That kind of threw me off.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
But
See,
I always heard this one was bad, the whale one. I
I
thought
think it's just
maybe
weird,
I'm mistaken. It
but
is
it's
weird.
not. It's definitely not bad.
I
It's
like
a
them all
fun
so
movie,
far.
man.
They're all pretty good.
I, I gotta say, I do too. I'm a
Yeah.
Star Trek guy, gang.
I do think
I'm
three is my least favorite because it's just like undoing a lot of two. Like
agreed.
we kill off the
Look,
sun we introduced into.
look, the ranking thus far. I'll say it right now: 2, 4, 1, 3.
I didn't expect that. I thought you'd say 2, 1, 4, 3. I'm not sure
Mm-mm.
yet on 1 and 4. I
I
feel
like the wet. Listen,
similarly.
it's funny.
I liked the
It's
Jillian, Catherine Hicks character. She was cool. She brought a lot to the movie,
You want to know a fun fact?
of course.
That part was originally written for Eddie Murphy.
Wow.
Eddie Murphy said he was a big Star Trek fan. He had like a contract with Paramount at the time. So Paramount were like, write Eddie Murphy into the next Star Trek movie. Then they did. He read the script. He didn't like it. He decided to do The Golden Child instead,
How's that?
which is a horrible movie. Horrible. He should have done the Star Trek. But the
But that was probably an
so
Eddie vehicle. This wouldn't have been as much.
right. So they rewrote it for a lady, Catherine
She
Hicks.
was awesome, I thought. From Child's Play, obviously.
Well, also from Seventh Heaven. I
Mm.
can't believe we're only 4 films into the Star Trek franchise, and we've already gotten both parents from Seventh Heaven.
Wow, the mom from Seventh. You think she knew any of the secrets going on? Think she ever caught him in the trailer? Never said anything?
No, no, those guys are good at hiding it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. They are, they are. They go a long ways without anyone knowing.
Yeah, you know.
Amazing.
Well, that's why they're such cowards. They go after children because children are less likely to like tell people.
And if they try to beat him up, you can take him in a fight.
Oh, you could
You can
easily
take
take
a
them
little
in a
kid in a
fight.
fight.
I think about that all the time. Like I sometimes when I'm at work and there's like a really a bad kid, I'm like, if this comes down to blows, I could kick the shit out of this kid.
Wait, why would you have to fight the kid
You know,
in the store?
to protect my store.
Well, who are you? Macaulay Culkin? Kevin
Yeah,
McAllister?
this is my store. I have to defend it.
It sounds like that, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into these movies, shall we?
I say we do that, yeah.
Thumbs up.
Both directed by Leonard Nimoy this week. Easy week for us in the
Good
directing
point. And
department.
Leonard Nimoy. These are his first films as director.
Wow. He
Um,
goes on to 3 Men and a Baby. Does he do
he
both of them?
does. No, just the first one.
He's had a
Uh,
career though. Doesn't he made other stuff?
he's directed a little bit. Yeah. What's the there's like some shitty movie I've seen from the 90s that he directed.
There's probably a lot of shitty movies from the 90s.
Um, I mean, of course, there's a lot of shitty movies in every decade just because there's lots of movies that come out.
Yeah, that's
But
how that works.
yeah, 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 yeah.
All
Let
right,
me
I'm
look it
going
up.
to director. He started off, he did some Night Gallery, right?
Yeah, it's a TV show.
One episode of that. He did Vincent, a TV movie. He did an episode of The Powers of Matthew Starr, an episode of TJ Hooker.
Oh wow, he directed an episode of TJ Hooker.
Yep.
That's Shatner's show.
Oh, that's really cool. That's
Yeah.
before this. Then he does The Search for Spock, then The Voyage Home, then 3 Men and a Baby a year later, then The Good
Hmm.
Mother a year after that. You know that?
I don't know that movie. No.
Then Body Wars. Oh, that's a short a year later. Funny About Love in 1990
Yeah, that's
as a baby.
Dudley Moore, right?
I don't want to click on it. It'll load me something else.
All
A
right.
Holy Matrimony in
This
1994.
that's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of. That's this weird movie where like
And that's a
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a little kid and he's like Amish or something, and then for some reason he has to marry Patricia Arquette. I think like his older brother dies, and he's married. He had like abandoned Amishness and married Patricia Arquette, and then Patricia Arquette goes home to the family, and there's some sort of tradition in this Amish community where like if a brother dies, the other brother has to marry the lady. So
whoa.
then it's a comedy just about this little kid, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, being married to Patricia Arquette.
That's crazy. I feel
I
like that
remember this.
happens.
I remember this one scene where they're jumping up and down on the bed, trying to convince everybody in the other room they're having sex.
Oh, like Easy A.
Oh, is that does that happen in that movie?
Yeah, she like pretends to be a slut and like get guys laid, but then people actually think she's a slut. And it starts her and her best friend because he's gay, but he doesn't want people to know he's gay. So they're at a party like, oh yeah, harder, like banging on the walls and stuff.
Sure.
And then they come out like, ooh, like fixing his tie, like, oh, that was
Nice.
crazy in there.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you just banged him a stone. Whoa.
I always thought that scene in Holy Matrimony was funny because it was like I feel like that's been Joseph Gordon-Levitt's entire career. It's just trying
Yeah.
to convince people he's fucking.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
I know. All right. Whatever. He's just very performative.
Of
Anyway,
course. He was an actor. Well, some
yeah.
actors aren't. It's his fault. It's definitely his fault.
Okay, listen. The Search for Spock. This
Hmm.
gets greenlit the day after the Wrath of Khan opens. They're like, all right, we got a franchise, baby.
Hmm.
This worked.
The day
Let's
after, they
the
didn't wait
day
for the
after.
reception, see what people thought.
No. Well, it like made a lot of money on that first day. It was getting good
And
reviews. They were
critics, you probably had critic reviews. You're
yeah,
right.
yeah. They're like, let's do this. Let's fucking
Okay.
Star Trek it up. So Harv Bennett, who is the producer of the franchise now, starting with Wrath of Khan, he decides I'm just gonna write the script myself. Gonna take it myself. So he does, and they get Leonard Nimoy to direct it, and yeah,
The rest was
it
history.
the rest is history.
That's why he's not in the movie so much, I guess. So we get a little
Well,
boy
I
in
mean,
there.
he's in the next one a lot, and he directed that.
He's in it a little bit. I noticed he wasn't in it so much. There was like a stretch where he disappeared.
Hmm.
He's in
All
it a
right.
lot more than the first one.
Well, I just think the fourth one is better about giving stuff for having stuff for everyone to do.
A
You know what I
little
mean?
bit. That Uhura and I thought Sulu didn't have so much in the fourth one. Chekhov
Good.
like gets knocked out for a
Frankly,
little
they're the
while.
weak links of the cast. So,
I want
but
more McCoy. I want like a big McCoy movie.
I
He was really cool
agree.
to me.
I agree, man. McCoy's one of the best parts of the Abrams Star
Who
Trek.
is he again?
He's Carl Urban,
Ooh, that's
and he
cool.
fucking kicks ass.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. All right, listen. This comes out June 1st, 1984,
Mhm.
on a budget of $16 million and makes $87 million. The box office
Wow.
comes in at number 9 for the year between Romancing the Stone and Splash on the rankings. Um,
Okay. Never seen
you ever see?
Splash
You should watch Splash. Splash is a
or
good time.
Romancing the Stone.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't somebody
Holy shit!
write Romancing the Stone that died
I don't recall.
right after? I think it was like a woman. I think I heard the story recently. I don't know where. But no, I've
Hmm.
never seen either of those. One day I'll watch
Or
all the Hanks I've never seen. I'll get to
yeah,
Splash.
you should. Fucking Hank's got a lot of good stuff out there.
I know. I've seen the Money Pit. That's like
Got
around that time.
got to watch The Burbs. Got to watch
I've seen the
Bachelor
Burbs.
Party. Oh, okay.
Yeah, never Bachelor Party.
All right. Let us. Oh,
Should we
this
rank
was all.
84? Top
Yeah,
10 84?
we could do that now.
All right. Any honorable mentions? Uh Reckless maybe.
I
Stop
love
making
Reckless.
sense. That music thing.
Yeah, that's on my list.
Blame it on Rio just for fun. Just for
Oh,
a fun one.
fucking love Blame It on Rio.
Blame it on Rio.
The
All right.
perviest movie ever made.
That's great. Is that Michael Caine, right?
Yeah, Michael Caine just like straight up trying to fuck a girl with
Who is
braces.
it? It's somebody, right?
Yeah, who are the girls in Blame It on
It's
Rio?
girls.
There's like two girls because it's like dads on vacation with their
Demi
daughters.
Moore.
It's sort of like you ever see that porn series Daughter Swap?
I've heard of that, yeah.
It's like dads fucking each other's daughters.
They both do it? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
You might
telling you
be
what
right.
Daughter Swap is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
That
yeah,
is Demi
Michelle.
Moore and Michelle Johnson.
Yeah, but I think Michelle Johnson might be the one with the braces.
Okay, okay. Demi Moore. She's been around forever.
Of
All
course
right.
she has.
Number 10. Top secret. Well, an exclamation point. I loved that. Shout out to Val Kilmer, RIP. Number 9, Body Double by your man Brian.
Mm-hmm.
8, The Terminator, my man James. 7, your favorite Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Is that right?
Yep.
6, A Nightmare on Elm Street. 5, Ghostbusters. 4, 16 Candles. I freaking love 16 Candles. I love each and every one of the candles equally. I don't have a favorite.
Wow.
Do you buy that when parents are like, I don't have a favorite child?
No,
Or do
no,
you
they
think
all have a
every
favorite
parent
child.
has a favorite child?
Absolutely.
Are you either your parent's favorite child?
Yeah, yeah. I'm their favorite child.
Really? Is that true?
Absolutely. But
You
my
and your
my
dad?
sister, yeah, my sister has a leg up now because of my nieces.
Mm.
They love they like them more than either me or my sister.
But that means your sister could die and she's already procreated. If you die, they'd be more devastated because you leave nothing behind.
They've always known I'm never gonna procreate. I've said it from such a young age, and
Wow.
I've never wavered.
Never even thought they considered it. Well, a
No,
kid would be good. I like a little 6-year-old
no.
running
I got a
around the
girl
house.
pregnant once. The first thing we did was schedule an abortion.
First thing, didn't even talk
Yeah.
about it. You're just
It
like,
was
all right,
the
we'll
talk was
schedule it.
basically like you're gonna get an abortion, right? Yep.
That's simple enough. Well, you've
Yeah.
probably gotten relationships with people you knew you agreed with about those things, so it makes sense.
There were a couple. Like I dated a couple like Christian girls where it was like, man, if I ever get her pregnant, she's gonna have it, and
That's even
that
worse.
would
Then you just
worry
have like
me.
a baby with a Christian woman that you're
Yeah,
gonna have to like know for the next 18 years at least.
I guess
That's
so.
very reckless of you.
Oh, honorable mention.
Yeah, that's why I literally looked at it. I was like, is that called reckless or restless? 3 Gremlins, 4 with 16 candles, 3 Gremlins, 2 Blood Simple. Is that the first Coen Brothers film?
Yeah,
Wow. They freaking nailed it right out of the gate. And number 1, Paris, Texas.
you didn't watch Once Upon a Time in America?
No, too long. Or
Okay.
Amadeus. I thought about it.
Yeah, my honorable mentions: Amadeus, Broadway, Danny
Honorable mention.
Rose.
I think if you've
Yeah,
seen it, it's got to be in like the top few.
it's
Everybody
number
loves that
11.
movie.
It's number 11.
I know.
Broadway, Danny Rose, 16 Candles, Reckless, Swing Shift, Purple Rain. All right,
Mm.
my top 10. Number 10, Body Double.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
Better than Amadeus.
Yep.
That's why
Number
you're you,
8,
Daniel.
thank you. Number 8, Stop Making Sense. Number
I meant that
7,
derogatory, and you said thank you. That was pretty funny.
I don't give a shit
No, I
what
didn't.
you
I didn't
think of
actually mean it
me,
derogatory.
bitch.
I didn't actually.
Number number 7, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Number 6, This Is Spinal Tap. Number 5, Ghostbusters. Number 4, Stranger Than Paradise.
Oh yeah.
Number th- Number 3, Blood Simple. Number 2, Paris, Texas. And number 1, Once Upon a Time in America.
Extended edition.
That's
Does it
right.
matter? Would both cuts be number one, or is one significantly worse, where it would be lower?
I've never. It might be lower.
Wow.
There's this whole section where they're kids in the movie, and it's like the first hour or so of the movie, and they cut that out pretty much entirely in
Can't do
the.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
I thought that's what it's all about, the spanning of the whole life and
right.
generation.
It's one of my favorite parts of the movie. You can't
Yeah,
cut
that's
it.
bullshit.
Mm. Um, Listen, Saturn Awards. They love Star Trek, so they nominated this for a bunch of shit. Didn't win anything though. Um,
Christopher Lloyd couldn't pull anything out.
he wasn't even nominated.
God damn. What are we doing?
Uh, this was nominated for the best science fiction film of the year, but it lost to your boy James Cameron's The Terminator.
Awesome.
William Shatner was nominated for best actor and lost to Jeff Bridges for Starman.
Oh wow.
Leonard Nimoy was nominated for best director and lost to Joe Dante for Gremlins. They lost costumes to David Lynch's Dune. They lost visual effects to Gremlins.
It's a huge sci-fi year.
Yeah, I know, big year. And Judith Anderson, who's like the old lady at the end that like makes Spock a person again.
Okay.
She was nominated for best supporting actress and lost to
Wow.
Polly Holiday for Gremlins. I don't even remember who
Never
that
heard
is,
of that
but
person.
I assume she's great in Gremlins.
I remember the one girl, Phoebe Cates.
All right. So this movie, Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, it's pretty thin.
Yeah.
That's my big argument here. There's no meat on the bones. It's basically like all they have is like Spock died in the last movie. In this movie, they're gonna search for him.
Right.
So like the crew, they like get a spaceship, they go out. I mean, it's the Enterprise. They they like disobey Starfleet and they go on the run looking for Spock. They know pretty much where he is. He's on Genesis. Like
But
and
he's not. We don't see his body.
I know, but we also have Kirk's son there and Savick, who's now played by a different actress.
She got an introducing too, though. That
She
character
did.
always gets
Wow,
an
that character
introducing.
has introduced two different actresses.
So, mate, I didn't remember who she. Robin Curtis, mate. Yeah, Savick. Robin
Yeah.
Curtis. Yep.
Um.
So that was cool to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but then they discover him as a little baby, and then we see him
They
grow
do.
throughout the film. Different actors come in and play him. That was probably pretty cool. I got cast as 13-year-old version of Spock.
Yeah, and you get cast by the dude who plays Spock.
That's true. He did a good job, I think, of casting them. They all
Sure.
looked like him and embodied Spock pretty well.
Hey, go.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah.
Go gaga. I want milk.
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 Man, lately I've been giving my cat milk.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Watching a cat lap up milk.
Don't do that.
Cute. Why?
Because then you gotta like keep doing it. They'll get addicted to the milk, and then you have to pay for something you could do free, which is water.
Well, I give him water.
Okay.
Her. I misgendered my cat.
That's crazy.
But
it might get to the point where they only like that. Like my cat has gotten where they only like certain food, and I'm like, shit, I should not have started giving them this food. Now I can only give them this food. This is all they eat.
Listen, she gets what she gets.
Okay.
But it's sort of like
a treat of milk every now and then.
It's like if she's whining and she doesn't have any food left and it's not food time again, I'll give her a little milk.
Oh, a little snack.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good strategy.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna try. Can they drink it? Like, if you have expired milk, can you feed it to your cat?
I wouldn't try. I don't want to watch my cat vomit everywhere.
I won't try that.
Yeah. All right. So back to the movie. It's so, and then you need a villain. So they got some Klingons hanging around, which I feel like
it was really cool though to see.
They're the stock villains of Star Trek. but yeah,
They
you
just
got
cling on to the franchise
good job.
whenever they need a villain.
Christopher Lloyd's a Klingon. He's yelling the whole movie. Ah,
He's
and
so good though.
yeah, and
1 year before
you
Back
know
to the
what the
Future.
best you know what the best part of the Klingon shit is though?
What?
That dog he has. He's got this like alien dog he's petting the whole
Loved
movie.
it. Loved
It's
it.
pretty baller.
Yep.
And then there's like other Klingons on the ship. Like I spotted John Larroquette.
I tried. I couldn't
Yeah.
spot any actors.
They're behind a lot of makeup. Stuff to see.
Yeah, it was. He Lloyd's low on the list here. Yeah, Steven Liska. Was he one of them?
Well, it's because the villains are like an afterthought. Like you barely even need Klingons in this movie. It's just so that they can have a space battle later on.
Yeah, it was kind of
It's
cool though.
really just the fucking Enterprise flying over to Genesis, picking up Spock, trolling out to Vulcan, and then like doing some mysticism. That's really the whole arc of the movie.
But then
There's
the
not
movie
a
would be
lot
like,
to it.
yeah, an hour and 15 minutes because it's oh shit, I just unplugged my earbuds.
That
The
was
movie's
amazing.
already like an hour. It's already 15 minutes shorter than the last one
I
and the
know.
next one.
I'm telling you, they plotted out this movie. They saw they had about 70 minutes of screen time, and then they were like, "Well, we'll throw some Klingons in there."
Yeah, might be right about that. But I like the Klingons. I thought they were pretty cool. They
They're
weren't in the
fine.
last movie. We only saw them, I think, in the first movie at the beginning,
Yeah,
right?
we saw them pretty briefly in the first movie, so I guess fair play to them if you want to make like the main villains of a Star Trek movie Klingons.
Got to at
Fucking
some
do
point.
it. Yeah, yeah. But I don't think they were used particularly interestingly.
That
Although
was just so cool seeing
they
Lloyd.
did fuck up the Enterprise. That was kind of baller.
Yeah. I like the action sometimes in these movies when they're
Yeah.
cool. Sometimes they can be really boring. But that's when
Well,
there's no action, when you're just like watching shit travel through space, which also
well,
happens a lot.
yeah, but then they have to like do warp speed
But
and
that's just a lot of like, all right, Sulu, do warp speed. And then Sulu's like,
well,
all
that's
right, doing
that's
warp
what a
speed.
lot of the action is in this. Even the space battles, it's pretty much just like, all right, press the
Phaser
phaser
gun.
button. Yeah,
Exactly. It's it's interesting, but it's not that exciting a lot of the
you
time.
don't really see anyone like kicking ass. Like I remember, I've seen episodes of the original Star Trek series where Kirk's like fighting people. You
Wow.
don't. We haven't really
Shatner?
gotten a lot of that. Yeah,
How is he the only one that's Kirk until Pine?
yeah,
Well, that's incredible. Well, I'm excited. There's like a lot of action in the new ones, so
yeah,
maybe that'll be
yeah. The
cool.
new ones are action heavier.
But I don't want to just complain. There's no action. I feel like that sounds dumb, you know?
No, and frankly, the fourth one has like the least action of any of them since the first one, and I was invested the whole time.
Yeah, I agree with that actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we so we do Genesis, we go find him. We have the Klingon. Oh, Spock's dad. He was a cool character.
Yeah, I didn't know this, but I read that he's in a couple episodes of the original series, and
Wow.
they pulled him over from that.
So you get a lot if you're a fan of the show
Yeah,
watching
if you're
these
a fan
movies.
of the show, you're probably popping constantly.
Yeah, I mean the villain of the second movie is from that one episode, Space Seed.
I knew
Mark
you'd remember
Leonard
it.
is
Yeah,
his
Mark Leonard is
Eric
the dad.
or Sarek. I don't know how you say that, but I thought he was very cool, and he was cast by Nimoy too, and he looked like him.
No,
Or
he
no, he was
wasn't.
from the show.
He's from the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but I mean, he does bring some gravitas to it. I mean, Spock is such like a mature character that it would be weird to play his dad, but this guy like you buy it. Like, oh
Absolutely.
yeah, this guy raised Spock. All right.
It's like getting cast. Hey, you got to play new young Han Solo a little bit. That's a daunting task. I've heard this name, Miguel Ferrer. I don't know who he is though, but he plays first officer apparently.
I noticed him. Yeah, he's on the Enterprise, I think. And it's Miguel Ferrer. He's a great actor. He was around forever. He's in a lot of David Lynch stuff,
Mm.
and including Twin Peaks. He's in
RoboCop apparently.
yeah, for sure. I think he's in like a Law and Order at one point. But
Okay.
yeah, he
NCIS.
No, that's not
Los
what I'm thinking of.
Angeles.
That's not what
115
I'm thinking.
episodes of that though.
Holy shit, he was a regular
So
for that
he's
long.
been on that since
Yeah, but
2012.
I mean, he was a great actor. Passed away sort of suddenly a few years back, around the time Twin Peaks: The Return came out, because I remember like that aired and he was dead already, but he was in it.
Oh, okay. We did
Yeah.
Force Ghost
No, no, no.
like
He
that.
filmed the show
Oh, he just
and
died before.
then died in real life.
Gotcha. There
Force
is
Ghost.
there's also a porn star, right? Miguel Ferreira.
I don't know.
Oh
Has he ever
yeah.
been in the
Oh, I
Daughter
don't know
Swap
either. No, I'm gonna
franchise?
edit that out. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll leave it.
Thank
I'm pretty
you.
sure that's right though. But he's been in a lot
Mhm.
of stuff.
I
He,
guess he wasn't in a Law and Order. I was wrong about that.
maybe you're thinking of NCIS Los Angeles, where he was in 115 episodes.
Maybe he
But
was in. We've covered him. He was in Hot Shots Part Two and the Shining TV movie.
oh wow, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Uh, also some stuff about Spock where at we say he was like the most human soul there ever was. And then in the next movie, he fully goes through the process where now he's only logical, right? He comes back and now he's like doesn't understand humor or anything like that. I don't remember that being a part of him.
That was always a part of him.
But it was like he was always so human, and now he comes back and he's not human at all.
He
He's
was
just
not
only.
always so human.
That's what
He,
Kirk says. He says he
I
was the most
know,
human soul I ever knew.
but it's bullshit. I mean, like he was his friend, and but he was half Vulcan. He's always had that part of himself.
But he tapped into
There's
the
that
human. He
scene.
called him Jim, not
There's that.
Admiral.
All right. There's that scene in the original series, not the original series, the motion picture, where they first get Spock back on the fucking Enterprise, and Bones is like, "Hell yeah, Spock's fucking awesome to see you, bro." And Spock is like, "What? Leave me alone." And like that's Spock.
But not with Kirk. But then he comes
Yeah,
back and he's just like Admiral. I feel like he was changed. He was like not the same guy.
we'll keep an eye on it.
We'll keep an eye on it. Yeah.
Mm.
But anyway. We kill the Vulcans. We get oh, I like the part of the movie where we go back to the second movie where he did the little pinch on McCoy, and we have to like do a little test on McCoy to
Oh
figure
yeah,
out
he
what happened.
also apparently mind melded him at the same time. The rare Vulcan nerve pinch slash Vulcan mind meld. It's like
Whoa.
the shocker in human terms.
Wow. That's good comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wanna explain what the shocker is for our uninformed listeners? Or do you
What
want
is
to
it?
just assume they know?
It's like two in the pink, one in the stink.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do we want to explain what that means for our uninformed listeners?
You put two fingers, you slide them right up a girl's vagina, and then two more fingers right up a girl's butthole.
It would be one more finger.
Okay, and it makes them feel real, you know,
Shocked.
full. Yeah.
It's called the shocker. All right. That was that. And then we kill the bad guys. We got Spock back, and the movie ends where some text comes up on the screen that says, "And the adventure continues."
Yeah.
And that's
There's
always very
also at the
inspiring.
beginning of the movie a real previously on Star Trek. We
I
we
liked
we,
that.
we go into that pretty heavy.
But it was done
Um
cool. It like started off like small and then like
yeah,
went
yeah, we
big.
zoomed into it.
It was done
It,
pretty
it
neat.
was kind of cool actually.
Shout out to Nimoy.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, how do I make this recap of the first movie interesting? He kind of pulled it off.
Exactly.
Um, all right, so yeah, that's Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. It's not bad,
It's
but
not
it's my
bad.
least favorite of the Star Treks so far. But it'll be supplanted next week because I remember the fifth one being really fucking bad.
No, no.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, my biggest problem is it was just like undoing the last movie. We got to go find Spock, and also we kill the son that was introduced in the last movie, David.
That's true. And we recast Savik. Like all these strides we made into like expanding the Star Trek
Pretty
universe.
unnecessary.
Yeah. And even 4 is about that too. Because like The third one is about them like going against Starfleet and like getting Spock back. And then the fourth one is about them doing something great enough that they won't be charged for those crimes.
Right. It was like you did all this bad stuff, so you're being punished, but also you save the world, so you're not being punished. Is how
Right.
that movie ends.
It's like the end of the fourth movie. They're like, all right, now we're reset back to the beginning of the second movie.
Yeah. Yeah. What are we doing? Why do we keep doing that with this franchise? But I was more
No, let
entertained by the
let it
fourth one.
grow, baby.
Yeah. Maybe the next one will be good. Maybe we will make advances and we'll be like, hey, you know what? Five is pretty good. We forward the
No,
plot more than three and four.
but we only have two left with this cast.
I know. And then what? It's Stewart.
Yeah, next gen. Well, first there's Generations, which has Stewart and Shatner,
Oh, very fun.
and then it's just yeah, three
Who else? I
movies
don't know
of
anyone else who appears in the new Star Trek.
in Next Generation.
Yeah.
There's Jonathan Frakes as William Riker. There's LeVar Burton as that guy with the visor. There's Jordy. I don't remember. Anyway, Beverly Crusher. There's not. It's
Oh,
not
I've
like
heard of Beverly. I've heard of who
yeah.
plays
That
her.
that I don't know. Marina Sirtis maybe, but it's not really famous actors. But like the characters are pretty legendary. There's like oh, Brent Spiner.
Brent Spiner. Okay.
Yeah, he's a big deal.
I thought that.
Michael Dorn. He plays Worf.
Okay.
Whoopi Goldberg shows up.
Oh, I think yeah. I've heard she's a big Star Trek fan.
Yeah, and so she's in some Next Generation and some of the movies.
I don't know. I thought I knew Beverly Crusher. Maybe I don't. Sorry.
No, but
Well,
her
that's exciting.
son is Will Wheaton.
Okay, I don't really know him that much. I know you like to say his name funny.
Well, I don't like it. They did it on the Big Bang Theory, Logan.
Oh,
He
I
played
remember that.
himself on that show, and I feel like that's how Sheldon says his name.
Old Sheldon.
Oh, old Sheldon, correct.
Middle-aged Sheldon. Who's better, young Sheldon or young Spock?
uh,
Should we see what the actors did? Did they go on to anything?
definitely not.
Carl Steven. Oh no, Carl Steven died in 2011.
Oh,
Youngest
holy
one.
shit!
He was 36. Also,
How'd
he
he
was in Honey, I
die?
Shrunk the Kids.
What?
Who is he there? He must be
There's
one.
so much going on right now.
I don't know how he died. I'll look it up. Carl Steven death. Heroin overdose.
You want to know a fun fact about
While in
that?
prison.
Oh my god, what the fuck happened to this
Why did we
fucking
not
kid?
figure this out before the
Oh
podcast?
my god, and he died on my birthday.
Wow. This is the shocker of the episode, not whatever you were describing earlier.
You know what I was
In
describing.
2009, Stephen was arrested for committing 6 armed robberies at several Walgreens stores and CVS
Wow.
pharmacy stores. He was sentenced to 13 years in prison in 2010. He died a year later of a heroin overdose.
He's probably into the pills at the time, like Vikes and Oxy and shit. That's why he's robbing pharmacies. And
Damn.
then he probably got into heroin maybe in prison or something.
How do you get heroin in prison? How do they do
You
that
know,
shit?
the guards bring it in.
True. That's fucking
Yeah.
nuts. Yeah, I guess he
Oh,
was
he
one of the kids in
developed
Honey,
an
I Shrunk the
addiction.
Kids.
He developed an addiction to pills and medication following a tonsillectomy and would sometimes steal to support his addiction.
Is that when you get your tonsils removed?
Yeah.
That happened with me. I just got addicted to ice cream.
I never got my tonsils removed and it was really annoying because I used to think about that a lot. Like if I just would get a tonsillectomy, I could probably get my hands on some pretty good pills.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say ice cream.
No.
I was like, you just ask your parents to like buy you some ice cream.
Yeah, I could just buy it myself, Logan. I'm a grown man.
Well, I thought you meant as a kid because I was in middle school when I got my tonsils taken out.
Oh, no. It was
I
like
remember being a little kid.
I remember a lot of my friends had their tonsils out in like college and in the early 20s and shit. And I was like, what? Why are my tonsils so strong?
Oh shit, mine were like, I don't know, they were like inflamed or something. They were like got real big, and I had to get them removed. Anyway,
Wow. Well,
So
that was fucking fascinating. I'm glad we looked that up.
should we look up the other kids?
Yeah,
13-year-old
the middle
version.
one did nothing. The 17-year-old, he had a little bit of an acting career, but nothing
The older
much.
one, Better Off Dead.
Oh, really?
You know that a year later, and
Wow.
Riptide apparently from this year. So
Well, Better Off Dead's cool.
he played the oldest version, 25-year-old version.
All
So
right, but
there you go.
obviously the most interesting is that
We might have talked about it on the Honey I Shrunk the Kids. I don't remember that
maybe
though.
we did. But listen, can I give you a fun death fact about these movies?
Yes.
Harv Bennett, who wrote Star Trek 3,
Okay.
okay, died in 2015, only 3 days before Leonard Nimoy died.
Wow. That's
That's
crazy.
spooky, isn't it?
I had two
I
dogs that died like within a week of
if
each
I was
other.
in the cast of Star Trek: The Search for Spock, I would think like maybe there's a guy after Spockers.
Didn't that happen with Carrie Fisher and her mom?
Oh yeah,
They
that
died
was
like really
crazy.
close together. That
Yeah.
was odd too. Yeah. Weird.
Well, some would say the mom died
Of
of
a
a
broken
broken
heart.
heart.
I never heard that before, Daniel.
No,
Whenever no one said that, maybe it was insensitive. Maybe.
I just came up with it.
Yeah, that was really good.
Thank you.
That's kind of crazy that happened actually, because that's her whole thing, or not her whole thing, but in Star Wars, the whole thing was that Padme dies of a broken heart, and then Princess Leia's mom, Padme,
Oh wow.
died of a broken heart. That's fucking
It's
crazy.
true. Anyone who
I've
wants
never
to
heard that.
argue that fucking Padme shit is bullshit, no,
Leia's
that
real
happened in
mom
real
died of a
life to
broken heart.
Leia's actual mom.
Was that the order? Carrie died and then mom died?
I'm almost positive.
What's mom's name? She's singing in the rain, right? I never remember her name. I want to call her Jenna Rollins.
It's not general. I can't come
I
up with
know.
it right
I'm
now
looking
off
it
the
up. I'm
top.
looking it
What
up.
the fuck?
Oh, it doesn't even come up first two on IMDb. Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie Reynolds, of course.
Jenna Rollins kind of close to Debbie Reynolds
Stop it.
when you think about it. Who's the MVP of the Search for Spock?
Oh, hey, baby. Oh, you know what? Shatner. I thought Shatner was
I
really good
love
in this
Shatner.
one. Yeah,
I never knew Shatner. I just knew like the funny impressions people did.
right.
I'm into him. And let me tell you a comparison. He reminds me of David Boreanaz a little bit, where
I get it. I
as
get it.
Angel specifically, where he play. Well, I only really know him much as Angel, but he plays serious and noble. Like you want to follow him. Same with Angel. He's doing the great thing all the time, but
Yeah.
he's like very funny. He has like these little moments of comedy. He never says things the way I think he's gonna say them.
Yeah.
I'm a really big fan of William Shatner. I want to. What else did he do? I feel like he
Mostly
just his whole
TV.
life was Star Trek.
No, not at all. But it was largely television. It like he did TJ Hooker all through the 80s, which is a cop show. And then he did these Star Trek movies. Then he's in the last season of The Practice, and his character gets spun off into Boston Legal, which
Wow.
was on the air for like 8 seasons or something. He won, I think, multiple Emmys for that show. Um,
Shit.
yeah, the guy's been around.
So he's even more like Boreanaz, where he just show to show to show keeps hopping from show.
Yeah, the Shat.
Yeah. Nobody can tell him shat. I don't know.
Great.
He's still alive, right?
Yeah, Shatner's still alive. He's been wearing a wig for like 60 years now.
Was he on Big Bang Theory? Probably was.
Everyone was on that fucking show.
Well, they had Superman. Or not Batman, I mean. Adam West. He was on there.
Oh yeah, they had who's that robot guy that Eddie Redmayne played? Stephen Hawking.
They had real Stephen Hawking, the robot guy. So funny.
Yep, he was in one episode of The Big Bang Theory as William Shatner.
Okay. Who is the LVP? I'm gonna go with the son, David, yet again.
Oh, that's a pretty good choice.
Anytime he's here, he's got to be the LVP.
Oh, remember Shit My Dad Says?
I've heard that. Yeah.
That was a sitcom he was on for a little while.
Was he dad?
Yeah, he's one of the dads
Well,
that
he probably
says
says some
shit.
outlandish stuff in a very
He
funny
does.
voice sometimes, or in a very
Um,
funny manner.
great, great. Uh, sorry, there was a fly.
Somebody's credited Mr. Adventure. Who the hell was that? Scott
Who?
McGinnis is the actor. Mr. Adventure.
Oh, you know who that is? It's the dude on the ship when Nichelle Nichols is like, "We're taking this ship, bro,"
Oh, she
and
stopped him in
he's
the
like,
closet.
"Yeah, yeah." She
That was
calls him Mr.
awesome.
Adventure.
Yeah, that was hilarious. She just made him get in the closet. She was like, "Hey, get in the
Yeah,
closet. We're taking over." And he did.
yeah.
That
Just
was
hung out in
hilarious.
there.
I don't remember seeing the rest of the movie.
He's just in that closet.
Yeah, I think we still have to assume in the fourth movie and the fifth movie, if we never see him again, he's still in the closet.
Yeah, like Hugh
Dead now.
Jackman.
Decomposed. He's decomposed though now. Um,
uh,
anyway, so that is the search for Spock. Is pretty good, although
all right.
pointless.
Yeah, yeah. It's whatever, but it's fine. All right. Next movie. This is the whale one. What's it called? The Voyage Home.
Voyage Home.
Yeah. So, all right. So the original idea for this is we're gonna do Eddie Murphy, right? But first, Shatner's refusing to sign on until he gets a raise. All right. So they start developing a different movie that takes place. It's like a prequel in Starfleet Academy. We're gonna like recast everybody to be young.
Mm-hmm.
And but then Shatner's like, wait, but I still want to make the movie. So he signs on and they give him a little raise. He and Nimoy both get $2.5 million for this one.
That's cool.
Um now
Nimoy for that's his director budget too.
I think that's for everything, yeah. So he and Shatner are signed on. They're like, all right, we're gonna do the Eddie Murphy one. Then Eddie Murphy goes and does the Golden Child instead. But they're like, the script's still pretty good, but let's rewrite it. So the original script for Eddie Murphy was written by the writing team of Steve Mearson and Peter Krikes, who went on to write Double Impact, the movie where Jean Claude Van Damme plays twins.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and so then when they rewrite it for Catherine Hicks, they Nicholas Myers, like he's the dude who wrote Star Trek 2
Mm-hmm.
and directed it. And he's like, he didn't even read their script. He started over from scratch just with the same concept and wrote it. And he believes that they should not be credited on the movie, but
Fair.
they argued to the Writers Guild, and the Writers Guild gave everyone joint credit, and he was pissed off.
I would need to see if he did take stuff from it, but I mean that sounds
He
reasonable.
claims he never even read their script.
All right, then that fair play to him. I'd give him sole credit.
Yeah,
Meyer.
yeah, Nicholas Meyer. All right, and Harv Bennett also has a writing credit. Nicholas Meyer's chill with that. He said Harv Bennett did contribute some stuff.
He seems
Um,
fair then.
yeah,
I believe
I know.
Meyer.
I do too. I do too. Um, this comes out November 26th, 1986. Crocodile Dundee had been number one at the box office for 8 straight weeks. This movie takes down Dundee.
Wow, holy shit.
Yeah. And it's got a $25 million budget, which it's going up, but
Was
it's
it
still
18
not.
last time?
Yeah, but it's still less than the first one was. That was like over budget.
Yeah.
But it's a big hit. This one makes $133 million at
You
the
can shoot
box
on Earth,
office.
like normal locations.
True, true. It comes in at number 5 for
Well,
the year, top 5, baby. And between the Karate Kid Part 2 and Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. I
well,
love that Back to School made that much money. That's awesome. Oscars.
wow. Oscars.
This movie was nominated for Oscars, 4 of them.
Best whales. Oh, that's not a
It
category.
would win that.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah. So here's the Oscars. Best cinematography. This film was nominated for best cinematography at the Oscars
Wow.
and lost to The Mission.
I don't know.
That's a long ass De Niro movie involving fucking religion and shit. It's kind of boring, but the cinematography is like incredible.
He had a
Um,
lot of movies, Robert De Niro.
yes, Robert De Niro has worked a lot.
But in that year where he was in Once Upon a Time in America, he did this Meryl Streep movie, Falling in Love, that I almost
Oh
watched
yeah,
too.
I've never seen that.
Like that's great. Like he's just doing that, making Once Upon a Time in America and Falling in Love with Meryl Streep the same year.
Yeah.
That's just what Robert De Niro was doing. Crazy.
All right. Best sound editing, it lost to Aliens.
Mm.
Best sound, it lost to Platoon. It's a war movie, pew pew. And best score, it lost to a film called Round Midnight that I'd never heard of before, but apparently has a pretty sweet jazz score by Herbie Hancock.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Platoon. I had some mixed thoughts on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it. I liked it for sure.
What'd you give it?
Probably give it a 4. Defoe is awesome.
I was at a 3 for a long time, and I rewatched it a few years ago, and I gave it a 4.
I love Sheen. It's also it distracts me. Where you see him doing voiceover the whole time, and you're just thinking about Apocalypse Now, where it's his brother doing it better
His
than him.
dad,
His dad doing it better than him. That's
Emilio Estevez, is in Apocalypse Now.
my bad, my bad. Where his dad is just doing it better than him. I was just watching it like you're not only like acting to be a role, but you're just like doing your dad's thing.
Yeah, I know, but that's kind of on Oliver Stone more than Sheen, man.
You might be right about that. I
Yeah,
do think it is probably like much better if I was not thinking about that the whole time.
yeah, yeah. Fair enough.
Do you like Sheen
Uh,
though? You made a crazy reaction, like you love him in the movie.
I love Charlie Sheen and everything. He's one of my favorite actors.
He's great in some things, but not. I didn't like that so much. He's probably better in Wall Street. I still haven't seen Wall Street.
Oh, when are we gonna do that?
I know.
Eric Nelson wanted to come on for that. Let's invite Eric Nelson on for Wall Street. And also, he wants to do a We Love Kids movies on the new Looney Tunes movie. So, Tim, if you're listening, set that up.
I wasn't. I didn't know a new one came out. Oh yeah, I did. It was on our franchise update.
Yeah.
But Wall Street would be fun. I want to watch the other ones though, so we can rank him. Gotta watch Nixon and
Oh, Oliver
World Trade
Stone.
Center.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've seen most of them.
Salvador, something like that.
Yeah, that one I've never seen. That's the
Talk
James
Radio.
Woods one. Talk Radio, incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of movies I haven't seen.
Talk
The U
Radio.
Turn. I think I named them all. Yeah, it was like all the ones I haven't seen.
Uh, those are the ones you haven't seen. You've seen National Born
Basically,
Killers. You've seen,
JFK,
yeah,
Any Given Sunday,
Good Sunday.
and the other one, the other war movie. Tom
What's the other
Cruise.
war movie?
For,
Oh, Born on the 4th of July.
that's better than Platoon. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
I like it more.
Saturn Awards. Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner were both nominated for Best Actor. They lost, though. Maybe split the votes. They lost to Jeff Goldblum for The Fly.
Oh, that's cool.
The Best Director, Nimoy lost to James Cameron for Aliens. Makeup, they lost to The Fly. Best sci-fi film, they lost to Aliens. Aliens kind of swept this year. Visual effects, it lost to Aliens. James Doohan, who plays Scotty, and Walter Koenig, who plays Chekhov. They were both nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Why? Them two.
I don't know. Well, I guess
show love to McCoy.
Koenig at least had that shit where he was like abducted by the government, and
But then he like falls and gets knocked out for some of the movie. We have to like rescue him from the hospital, which was the worst part of the film to me.
I didn't hate that.
That was like so slapstick. I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, fair. All right, so they both lost to Bill Paxton for Aliens. Catherine Hicks was nominated for supporting actress. She lost to Jeanette Goldstein for Aliens, and it lost Best Writing to Aliens. Aliens was fucking owning. They did
cool
win one
makeup. That's good.
Yeah. It did win one Saturn Award for Best Costumes.
Okay. You get to see them compared to everyone else's normal clothes in the real world. That was funny.
That's true, yeah. I liked Spock's like headband that he uses to hide his ears.
So like his white robe outfit thing. Yeah, and then you ripped the sleeve off or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
And I will say at the Image Awards, Nichelle Nichols got a Best Supporting Actress nomination.
She did not do much in this movie. I don't
Yeah, I
remember
know, but
her.
she's a black woman, and black women weren't really getting roles in big movies back
Right,
then.
right, right.
So as she lost to Tracy Wolf for Lethal Weapon, I'm pretty sure that's Danny Glover's wife in Lethal Weapon.
Isn't that also the name of from
A porn
Survivor
star?
Micronesia?
Oh,
Tracy Hughes Wolf?
yeah, I think that's right. The one with the really big fake knockers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
From Survivor. What season? What season was she on?
16.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up what season. Oh yeah, Micronesia. I was right. Yeah. Chet. She was in a alliance with Chet and Kathy. Kathy Sleckman. She like wanted to quit to see her
Oh,
family or
yeah,
whatever.
of course.
I remember
And
Tracy being kind of good. If it was like a fans versus fans season, she could have had a real shot, I think. But it's fans versus favorites. So sadly. Anyway.
yeah, got torn up. All right. Let's talk about 1986. You want to do that list?
Yes, 1986. I'll pull it up in 1 second. So minor any honorable mentions? Parting Glances. I watched that. Didn't quite make the top 10.
Bullshit.
I could have snuck it in at 9 or 10, but I didn't want to. Platoon didn't make it. The Fly, Blue Velvet, Sid and Nancy, whatever.
Oh,
Uh,
I just realized that I
what'd you do?
I did my review for Star Trek 4 on Star Trek 6.
That's terrible. How
I
you messed
gotta
that up?
delete this. Hang on.
Someone's like, "Whoa, I missed the whole week." Daniel just watched Star Trek 6. What happened?
Yeah,
All right.
that's insane.
So my 10. Do you want to share a review with everybody? Was it good or not worth
Um,
it?
yeah, it's very funny, but it
Hmm.
doesn't make sense on Star Trek 6.
Right.
I wrote a whale of a time.
It really doesn't make sense.
Get it? Because of the whales and also
That's
the
hilarious.
time travel.
Yeah. It couldn't have made less sense. That's so funny. Number
Yeah.
10, Stand By Me. Could have put Parting Glances there, but whatever. 9, Down by Law, Jim Jarmusch. Number 8, River's Edge, one of your favorites. 7, Big Trouble in Little China. 6, The Color of Money. 5, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I haven't seen that in like 10 years. Probably need to watch it again. 4, She's Gotta Have It. 3, Manhunter, covered on the franchise. 2, Something Wild. And number 1, Aliens. Maybe flop those. I don't know. I'm feeling like a something wild kind of mood today.
Okay. All right. Here's my list, gang. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can I give some honorable mentions?
Of course.
Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, Ferris Bueller, The Fly, Stand by Me, At Close Range,
Yeah.
The Color of Money, not Color of Purple, and Ruthless
The
People, which
color
I just
green.
just recommended to you a few days ago.
Mm.
Let's do the list. Number 10, Aliens.
Wow. Love it.
Number 9, Sid and Nancy.
Better than aliens.
Yep. Number 8, Down by Law. Number 7, Manhunter.
Well,
Number 6, River's Edge. Number 5, She's Gotta Have It.
okay.
Number 4, Parting Glances.
Who did that?
Number th-
Oh yeah, oh, yeah. Wait, who?
number
One
What?
talk. That director. Sad story about that director.
Yeah, he
Made that
died of
movie and then he died.
AIDS. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Bill Sherwood. Yeah, he's a legend. Fucking should have had a long career. Number 3, Something Wild. Number 2, Hannah and her sisters. And number 1, Blue Velvet.
yeah, I should have known. Blue Velvet. Yeah.
Can I give one more honorable mention just
Hoosiers.
because no one talks about it?
Friday
Eight
the
million
13th.
no 8 million Ways to Die by Hal Ashby. Incredible film.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were
All
gonna
right.
say Texas Chainsaw 2.
That's good too. There's a lot of good movies this year. Fucking The Hitcher, Mala Noche, Big Trouble,
Chopping
Count,
Mall.
Down and Out in Beverly Hills, 52 pickup,
Pretty in Pink,
fucking good
Hoosiers,
ass year.
Top
Working
Gun.
Girls, fucking Cobra.
It is a good year.
Yeah. The year I was born.
Wow. Labyrinth. You like Labyrinth?
I do. Where do I have that?
I got it 25.
I got Labyrinth at 46. That's how good a year this is.
It's a good one, yeah.
I got Back to School at 43.
I don't know that.
It's the fucking Rodney Dangerfield movie we were just
I
talking
love it.
about. God damn
What's
it.
worse, Howard the Duck? Is that the worst one?
No, I don't mind Howard the Duck. It's got some
Really?
sexy duck sex scenes.
Oh
No,
yeah.
Hard Bodies too
Uh,
is the bottom of my list.
okay.
Howard the Duck, I've got number 80 out of 99. It's not even
Oh,
close.
you're a fan. I didn't know.
Yeah. Got a head of Critters
All right.
and Short Circuit. All right, listen.
We could do that.
We could anytime you want. Logan, Star Trek for the Voyage Home. So they're on Vulcan.
You're
And
right.
it's time to go home.
Back to Earth. Welcome
Back.
to Earth, we should have said when they showed up.
That's right.
Will Smith should have been there to greet them. That would have been really funny.
He just released a new album.
No way.
Yeah, he's doing music again. And
What?
it's flop. And yeah, it's flopping pretty hard.
No, Will.
Yeah.
Damn. He should get his daughter in the music video to whip her hair back and forth. Maybe then it'd be a hit. She had that song, I Whip My Hair Back and Forth.
I remember.
I whip my hair back. That would be the outro.
I so vastly prefer Willow Smith to Jaden Smith.
Yeah, what does he do?
He wore that big house on his head
Yeah, he
recently
wears
on
weird
the red
outfits.
carpet. Yeah, that's mostly what he
That's
does.
what
Wears
he does.
weird outfits.
He's waiting on the next Karate Kid movie. He's like, they gotta be calling at some point.
No,
right?
it's coming out like in a month.
With
Is he in
him?
it? I don't
I
know.
don't think he's in it.
Jackie Chan is.
You can't get that guy to commit to something, I don't think. That doesn't seem reasonable.
Jaden?
No way.
Let's find out. I'm looking up Karate Kid.
I feel like he had
Legacy.
a girlfriend recently. He gets roasted online
Legends.
for like having a hot girlfriend, but then he cheated on his hot girlfriend. And people
Oh,
are like,
really?
why'd you cheat on this hot girl? Now you're all lonely.
She
Jaden.
learned it. He learned it from his mom.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He's not in the cast list.
Yeah, there's no way. Is that a lot of the Cobra Kai people?
No, I don't see any of the Cobra Kai people except for Ralph Macchio.
Oh wow.
Hey, Joshua Jackson. Now I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
My
He's in a
man.
show he was in.
Dr. Odyssey himself.
That's right. You watched that or
Mhm.
what?
I'm going to when the season's done.
Oh, you're doing one of those. Wait
Yeah.
until it wraps. You start the White Lotus? That ended a couple weeks ago.
No,
Oh, you're waiting on her to Dallas to do season
Dallas
2.
is watching season 2, so we started watching season 3 of Yellow Jackets, and then when we're done with that, we'll watch White Lotus. Fucking,
Tanner's got attacked
it's like a little
by the
gnat.
Starship Enterprise. Just shot a laser beam.
There is no Starship Enterprise in this one, right? They're flying around that fucking Klingon
Excelsior?
ship.
What's Excelsior?
I don't know.
Sulu said Excelsior at one point. I was like, I thought that was a freaking Stan Lee thing.
It
What does
is.
Excelsior mean?
Well, Excelsior.
Sulu said that though.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it was the sword that King Arthur used, but that's Excalibur.
Excalibur. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
different.
don't know what Excelsior is, but it's a Star Trek thing apparently. Anyway,
It's not. I think it's just a word.
yeah, okay.
Listen, they're on Vulcan.
No. Before something very important happened before the movie started.
Please tell me.
The cast and crew of Star Trek wish to dedicate this film to the men and women of the spaceship Challenger, whose courageous spirit shall live to the 23rd century and beyond.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Now,
The
do you know
Challenger
what the
exploded.
Challenger
Of
happened?
course, they went to send it up and exploded.
I was wondering because
Had
when I
teachers
saw
on it.
that, I was like, I wonder if their memories did extend to the next century. Because I
It
wonder
did.
if Logan knows what it is. But
Yeah.
it
I mean,
did.
we're not in the next century. We're not in the 23rd century.
We're in the next one though.
Right, but 23rd and beyond, that's a test that we won't be here to do.
You think they'll still remember the Challenger explosion in like 200 years?
Honestly, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It wasn't that big a deal.
It was. I don't even think like kids today are gonna know about it. Like, are your nieces gonna learn about the Challenger exploding? Probably not.
No, probably not.
I don't think so. But
How
very
did you?
optimistic here. I mean, I'm 26 years old. Like I've been here for a while. You think
Yeah,
I
but you were
spawned
born in like
in 8 years ago?
98. Like, were we still talking about the Challenger exploding in 1998?
I mean, that happened what? 12 years ago, 13 years ago. Wasn't that crazy?
I guess.
Yeah. But today we're not learning about it, I don't think.
Well, I don't think we're learning anything today.
Yeah, we don't even know 9/11. We're unaware of that. We're trying
I'm
to wipe
like
that from history.
those kids that I work with at my they're like idiots.
If it's not on TikTok, they don't know it.
Like I sound like a fucking like old man saying that, but it's
No, you're
vaguely
totally right.
true.
No,
Yeah.
you're completely right.
I'll like bring up
I feel like I'm the crazy one talking to people like that, though.
I bring
For
up
being
like
normal.
political stuff around them, and one I mentioned like Trump was a Nazi or something. And
And they're like, not
no,
what the Nazi.
this is literally what she said to me. Politics are cringe.
They are, Dan. No, you don't know. I hate cringe. I hate cringe.
Me too.
Why can't we just say cringy?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cringy if you're saying it like that?
Yeah. I got in trouble yesterday in the group chat. So
Like a work group chat?
yeah, we've got these Pokemon cards on sale right now, but they're like really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And this nerdy guy from Ohio stops by the store and he says he starts giving me shit for the prices of the Pokemon cards as though I price shit.
Right.
And he goes fucking you are about to go viral for the price of these cards.
He pulls out his phone.
Yeah, it starts like taking pictures and shit.
I
And
think he's recording probably.
so I responded in the chat. I told them about this guy. I was like, some loser just told me I was gonna go viral because of the price of the Pokemon cards.
You might see me on TikTok, guys.
And they all like buy Pokemon cards, so they all started talking about like, well, he has a point, and so I just responded, maybe instead of doing that, he should learn what a woman feels like.
Damn, you really got it.
And
But then you burn everyone in the group chat who also doesn't know what a woman feels like.
well, they're all women though, but they're
Oh,
like, they're like 19 years old and shit. So they're just like uncomfortable with like old me making a sexual
of
reference.
course, I understand that. Absolutely, that's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what's going on in my life right now.
Yeah,
I might kill myself
dealing,
after WrestleMania.
dealing with virgins at your store.
we
That's sad. Well, maybe talk to the manager about lowering the prices.
I did, and we're going to.
Oh wow, good for you.
Mhm.
You should get some of that. If you make sales, they should go to you for coming
I
up with the
agree.
price
I agree.
discount.
All right. What? Go
Oh,
on.
we hear like whales and we're like, what is that shit? So we have to go back in time. Is
Well, what happens is they're flying back to Earth, and then they get a message from Earth that's like, and like Earth is like not into them at this point. They're like gonna be like fucking court-martialed when they get back there, but they're like, don't come to Earth. We're like under attack. There's like a probe blocking out the sun. It's fucking up everything. They're sending this message. No one knows what the fuck it is. And so they listen to the message. And Spock's a genius. So he's like, oh, that's clearly whales. And
humpback whales to be
humpback
specific.
whales. Yeah. So they decide they're going to go back in time. Meanwhile, if I'm on that ship, I'm thinking, are they fucking with us? Like they hate us. They don't want, like, we're in trouble on Earth right now. Maybe like that's just a ploy. Don't come back here. We're
I mean, the
under
people on Earth are
like maybe
lying.
they're lying. They're not really under attack. They just don't want us back.
That's crazy. So you wouldn't believe them.
Yeah, I would be
You just go there
skeptical.
anyway and die.
I probably would. Yeah.
God damn. That's crazy. I think I would believe them. I think I wouldn't even question it at all.
Good for you.
Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't be a dead guy.
Yeah. Your
So,
naivete might have saved you.
yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not. I don't trust anybody. So I think they would have no reason to lie.
I trust no one. I learned that from my good friend Fox Mulder.
Oh, that one's his rules.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Truth is out there. Trust no one.
He doesn't even
Those are the
trust his
two
friend.
tenets. Who, Scully?
Yeah.
She does. He doesn't at first. He's like she's a company man. She'll sell me out to the FBI. But
But
then
he
they like
learns to.
develop a trust. Yeah.
That's nice. Is it them the whole time? The whole show?
No, it's them the first 7 seasons. Then Mulder drops to recurring in the 8th season. They replace him with Robert Patrick.
Hmm.
And then in the 9th season, uh, Gillian Anderson drops to recurring as well. And they throw in Annabeth Gish. And then the show ends. And but then when they did the reboot, like they did 3 new seasons a couple years ago. It's
So many
back to
shows do that.
I know. It's back to them.
Okay, and they're both in the movies. It's them two.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool. How? So it's they did 7 full seasons with them.
Yeah, it's 7. It's really the last 2 seasons of the original series are just kind of weird, but everything else is them.
All right, that's pretty cool. That'll be one I definitely watch.
Hell
But
yeah.
we,
I would podcast the shit out of that with you.
yeah, that'd be fun. It'd be a good follow up to Buffy, probably next one.
Yeah.
Uh, we have to go to 1986 San Francisco is where we go, and Sulu says he was born. I was born in San Francisco. He says.
I wondered whether that was a reference to George Takei being gay.
Oh wow, that's a very gay forward place, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't look up if he was actually born there. Should we look up where was George Takei born?
I remember there was a stand-up comic on Last Comic Standing, and I'll never forget this. He used the same opening joke in every single one of his sets, and it was he was like really gay. He was like the joke was,
Do the impression.
"Are you ready?
Oh no.
Do you guys recognize my accent? San Francisco.
I've heard this joke. Have you told me that, or is that just pretty famous?
Possible,
Now?
possible.
I looked it up. He's from Boyle Heights, Los Angeles, is where he was born. So pretty close. It's probably about like an hour away.
Boyle.
Boyle Heights.
All right.
Maybe Danny Boyle was also born there. Spelled
No,
like that.
he's from Britain.
Oh,
Britain.
it's true. Is that where Ewan's from? I thought he was like Scottish or something.
He's Scottish.
Oh, I was right. I never even nailed that. He should play Scotty. He should have been Scotty in the remake.
Oh, that would have been cool. But it's
It's
Simon
Peg.
Pegg.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Peg. He's not Scottish though either. He's
No,
English.
he's doing a Scottish accent.
That's cool. I bet that'll be really fun actually.
Oh,
Anyway,
it is. He's great.
so we're in San Francisco. I loved this line where we almost walk in front of a guy. He doesn't do the "Hey, I'm walking here." We don't do that. But he almost hits him, and he says like, "Hey, dumbass, get out of the way." And then
Dumbass to you.
he says, "Double dumbass on
Double
you."
dumbass.
That was
on
so
you.
good. Well, double dumbass on you, William Shatner
That
says.
is hilarious.
Yeah. And but Spock didn't like that later on. He's like, "You're picking up the language of the humans. You're saying double dumbass on you. What's this about?"
But then Shatner's like, maybe you should try and fucking curse a little bit, Spock.
Relax a little.
And all Spock can do is like,
But
no, he keeps saying like hell on you or something.
yeah,
It's just everything's fucked up. You can't do it.
You're being stupid. He's saying like those are his naughty words. Stupid and butt.
You ever hear a kid like their parents say like you can't say stupid or something, and then they're like, she said stupid. My reaction was always like, who cares?
I remember the first time I said something sucks. My grandma got so mad at me. She's like, you're not allowed to say that." I didn't know it was like a blowjob thing.
Yeah,
you know,
me neither.
sucking. I didn't know that.
I watch Beavis and Butthead. I heard sucks all the time, and I use it. I told you I got kicked out of an online like kids chat room for saying that this cartoon sucks.
Were you on someone else's account?
Yes, I was.
That's a crazy story. You got him banned.
My cousin.
But I would have never thought anything of that if my grandma wasn't like, "Don't say sucks." I would have just thought it means like, "Oh, that's terrible."
Yeah.
I think blows is more. Oh, that blows. That's the blowjob thing, not sucks to me. So
No,
much.
it never would have occurred to me. Honestly,
My grandma
like,
put that in my mind.
Yeah, your grandma taught you about blowjobs. You can always tell
Ugh.
people that.
Damn it. All right.
I remember I was like when I was young, I was hanging out with my sister and her friends. You know, they're older. My sister's 6 years older, and one of them used the word fellatio,
Oh shit.
and I was like, "What's that?" and they all
Seriously.
laughed. They all laughed, and they were like, "Look it up."
You
And
don't tell a
so
kid to look that up.
so I did. I immediately went to the kitchen, grabbed the dictionary. You might be wondering why was the dictionary in the kitchen? I don't know. That's where my family kept it.
Is that in the
And
dictionary, Felicia?
yep, I looked it up. I still to this day remember exactly the definition, the dictionary definition of
Well,
fellatio, Logan.
verb.
Oral stimulation of the penis.
That's a great definition.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And you'll never forget it. And I won't
Nope.
either. Oral stimulation of the penis. That's
Yep.
fellatio.
Keep that
What's
locked and loaded,
what's the
baby.
woman version called? I always forget.
Cunnilingus.
Analingus, of course.
Yeah.
Is that in the dictionary?
I don't know. I didn't look it up. But yep. That's important, Logan.
Oral stimulation of the
Make sure
penis.
you're cunnilingusing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the other one, which I already forgot.
What, eating out a butthole?
No, I meant the first word.
Oh, fellatio.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you
What's
were
that one
giving me
called?
a third one.
Tossing a salad.
Tossing salad. Very good.
That's in the dictionary. Tossing a salad.
Yeah.
Oral stimulation of the anus. It's probably what it says. All right.
Mhm.
We split up our teams. We got Spock and Kirk going one way. We got McCoy, Scott, and Sulu going one way. And we got Uhura and Chekhov going one way.
This is sort of what they do in the third, the Justin Lin one, Star Trek Beyond.
Okay.
It's like a similar structure. We like cut everybody up into twos.
It's not my favorite thing to do.
No,
No, I don't
it's
love
really
that.
more of a TV thing
Yeah.
where like, you can like put characters together that don't spend a lot of time together usually, and you can cut back and forth between storylines. It's a good TV structure. It's not. It is sort of odd to do in a movie.
It's not my favorite, but it is how Avengers Endgame is structured, and that's my favorite
True.
MCU movie. So maybe I'm being a hypocrite here. I don't know. I liked Spock on the bus doing the little nerve thing to the guy. He's like playing loud music on the bus,
Yeah,
and
it was
everyone
like a
cheered
punk
Spock.
rocker guy. It was like, what? Why are we giving punk rocker shit in this movie?
He's being loud. He's disturbing everyone. They're
Yeah,
just
well,
trying to
that's
ride the bus.
I don't know. Maybe it was different in the '80s, but like that's not usually the ones that are playing loud music on public transport in my experience.
Well, maybe in '86, you were zero
Maybe
years old at this time. You didn't
I
know.
was, yeah. Maybe I just don't know, but yeah, I
Are you
did
born
love
yet?
that
What
scene.
What's the date?
Um, I was born. Yeah, I was alive when this movie came out.
Okay.
Um, the I read that scene with the punk rocker on the bus was actually taken from the original cut of his movie Time After Time. Nicholas Meyer, he
Mhm.
had that in that movie, and then it got cut, so he repurposed it for Star Trek 4.
Is Cindy Lauper making music at this time?
Yeah,
Does she have that song "Time After Time"?
probably.
Is that for that movie?
No,
Oh, I like that song. It's a good song.
great song.
Yeah, great song.
Probably my third favorite Cindy Lauper song.
Wow, that's the one I think of when I think of her.
No, my favorite is True Colors Shining Through.
Time After
And then
Time
I
is better.
and then I like She Bop. She bop 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 ballet. And that
Time
song's
After
about
Time.
masturbating. Um and
Wait,
then
what? The
girls
first time? Wait, say that
what?
again.
She bop. Well, that's what that song. When she says she bop, she
Yeah.
means she's bopping on that clit.
Oh, I thought
And
meant you heard that. You were listening to that the first time you masturbated, was what you said.
oh no,
Or you're saying that's what that song's
that
about.
song's about masturbation. And then there's of course girls just want to have fun,
Oh,
which
I
is
thought that
also
was
about
Madonna.
masturbation. No.
Oh,
uh
masturbation specifically, or just like having
I'm
fun?
that one was just a joke.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
fully thought that was Madonna, so
No.
my bad. But anyway, we meet Catherine Hicks. She works at the whale establishment, like aquarium, whatever you call it.
It's
And
not an aquarium. It's a
it's a whale establishment.
museum. Yeah, it's the only museum in the world devoted entirely to whales. And like they have two living whales in captivity that like they found when they were kids, like hurt or something, and they were rehabilitated them or whatever. They're named George and Gracie. I remember when she says that to the crowd of people on the tour in the museum, they all laugh like, "That's great, hilarious names for whales." Um,
Well,
and
why were they not fixed? They were trying to have more babies?
oh, I don't know. I wondered that myself. Like, are they in separate tanks so they don't fuck all the time?
But one ends up pregnant and then they have to move her and they seem devastated by that. But if you don't want it to get pregnant, why not fix that situation where it won't happen?
Well, listen, the perfect situation happened because some time travelers from the future came and they want to repopulate the whale population. All right.
Yeah, why am I complaining? It all
Hey,
worked out the way it was
do we
supposed to.
ever find out what the probe was saying to the whales?
You know, I don't think we ever do.
Yeah, I just realized that there's like a scene at the
That's
end of
the
the
whole thing.
movie where like the probe goes like, and then like you see the whales that they brought forward into the future, and they're like,
Thank you.
right, and but like that's it. Like we don't get any translation on
Yeah, I didn't
that.
think about that. But that's the whole start of the mission. We have to decipher what's being
Yeah,
said.
what the fuck happened there?
But then it just turns into saving the whales is more important.
Right. This
I don't
movie
know.
has a strong ecology message.
It's nice.
Don't let endangered species die out and
I
shit.
agree with that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of really fucking gross footage of whalers in this movie.
Yeah, we hate whalers. I did want to say though, I think every Free Willy is better than this movie. What do you think? Remember how much we liked Free Willy?
No, this movie's good.
So was Free Willy. All of them. There were four of them, and we had trouble ranking them at the end. We were like, which one? What's the second? Well, the first one was easily the best. But then
The
what's
first one
second,
was
third, and
easily
fourth
the
best? They're all good.
yeah, but
They might not all be better, but they're all equal to this.
this one's better than all the Free Willy movies.
All every one of them. Even
Yeah,
the first one, where he
yeah,
got those cool Jordans and was like being a little baby about them.
yes.
I don't know why it's that what I think of first with that movie. And then he got them wet. He like wore them to the whale the next day and like got them all wet. Freaking horrible job. What was the whale's name? He had a Willie. What am I
What are
talking
you,
about?
dumb?
I was thinking I thought that I don't know. I was thinking the worker. There's like a woman worker there
Oh yeah, doesn't she
on the
hook
way to
up
their
with
home.
like a dude worker or something?
No, I know you that's fan fiction. I think he was much older.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that happened.
All right. Anyway,
But anyway, Catherine Hicks, we meet her. Her name's Jillian. I thought her boss was the LVP, Bob.
yeah, that's a good pick.
She has
He
like
was
one
just sort of
conversation with
he was
him.
a real mustache twirler, like just trying to gum up everything.
Was not into Bob. But we end up taking her. She comes
Not
along.
great, Bob.
Not great. That's what I would have been saying if I was the director.
That's from
Well,
Mad Men.
yeah, I've heard of that. So that's why we take her. We learn the whale's pregnant and they're being moved tomorrow, but then they get moved tonight. That's when I thought of Free Willy because that's the plot of Free Willy. It's like going to be moved the next day, but then something bad happens and it ends up being they have to do like a secret mission the night before, right? That's like
Mm.
Free Willy, and that's why I thought about that. But anyway, Chekhov almost dies. Oh, did you catch this? Like Cordelia, we learn this woman's pizza order. Did you catch it?
Who's Catherine Hicks's?
Yeah, whose order is better? All right,
All right, do
Cordelia is
Cordelia's.
obviously tandoori chicken with pineapple, thin crust, heavy on the sauce. All right, so that's Cordelia, and then Catherine Hicks here. She says large mushroom pepperoni with extra onions and a Michelob.
Extra onions?
Well, that's horrible for me. I don't like onions.
Disgusting. I would absolutely have fucking Cordelia's order over that shit. Like she had me like that was all good stuff until the fucking extra onions and a Michelob of all beers.
It was big at the time. They didn't have Michelob Ultra. That wasn't a thing back then.
I don't know.
No way, it wasn't a thing. But I'm not a mushroom fan or extra onions. So give me the tandoori
No,
chicken and pineapple.
I fuck with mushrooms, but onions, like I'd pick off just a couple onions. Extra onions, that's inedible to me.
Yeah, more onions than pepperonis. Yeah,
Mm.
I agree. So Cordelia takes the W, a W for Cordelia.
Heavy on the sauce.
The best line reading of her career. So
That's from Angel, guys, if you didn't know.
Disharmony,
Yep, that's season 2, episode 17, Disharmony.
one of the great episodes.
Mhm.
I said Chekhov got hurt, so we have to go save him. We put on doctors' outfits and lock these doctors in a room, and then go in and rescue Chekhov. That was not my
Yeah.
favorite part of
It's
the movie.
like something out of Fletch.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Mm.
Yep, totally. And then we're gonna leave Jillian. We're like, all right, thanks for your service, Jillian. Beam me up, Scotty. And then she's like jumps on Kirk.
Surprise!
Jump attack. Yeah.
It's a surprise kiss. And then they get beamed up there. And they're, to the Star Trek crew's credit, they're pretty chill about it. They're just like, wow, boy, she
They
really
give her a
pulled a
job.
fast one. Yeah.
Like
They bring her to the future.
not to make another angel thing, but she got the Winifred Burkle treatment. She's now the head of the science department or
Oh
whatever.
my God.
Like the Wolfman Hart version of
I
Fred.
know. I know.
It's crazy. So we're gonna leave, but we crash like near the bridge. Was it the Golden Gate Bridge?
Yeah.
That's where that's at, San Francisco. And we crash there. We get the whales. I thought that all this was nominated for best cinematography. I was surprised when you said that because I thought some of the shots were really funny of them like in the water, like clearly just like in a tank, like
Uh,
standing on a
I
thing.
sort of like that though. Like,
That was silly.
listen, it's the '80s, especially it's got a 16, no, a $25 million budget. I
It's
don't
more
know.
than the last one though. We're moving up.
I know. I know. I didn't think it looked that bad, honestly.
All
I
right.
wasn't thinking about it watching it.
Maybe that's less on the cinematography, more on the effects or something too.
Mm,
So, but we save the whales and we don't ever learn what they were trying to say, I guess. So
yeah.
that is still a mystery. Maybe in the next movie, or maybe we're
I'd
mistaken and we.
I'd love for someone to explain what they wanted. What did that whale race want?
Yeah, it opens up like, hey, remember yesterday? Like it's the next day. Remember yesterday? We still never learned about what that whale was saying. And then they're like, oh yeah, let's go figure that out.
Spock
Okay,
goes to mind meld with him again.
with the whale.
Yeah, he did that in this movie, remember? He
Is that
mind
how?
melded with a whale.
Was that when he was in the tank with it?
Mm-hmm.
When she sees him floating, and then he learned that she was pregnant.
Yeah, they're like, "What are you doing to my whales?" And he's just like, "Chill, I'm mind melding."
What if he was like, I heard that they hump back.
He said they don't like the way they're treated by you humans.
Yeah,
I
she's
love
like, how
that
do you know? Do you talk
the
to him?
whale was thinking about that, like fucking humans. God damn it.
I like that too. And he was like,
Mhm.
yeah, I actually do talk to them, as a matter of fact. I like Spock. He's doing good work here. In good
Sure.
form, Spock. All right, I guess that's who's the MVP. I think it's either Kirk or it's Catherine Hicks. I was very taken with
I
her.
love that, but I'm gonna give it to the Shad again.
I think that's fair. I think if you're gonna go Shat, I'll go Hicks.
I thought they had nice chemistry actually. Like when they
Totally.
like part at the end of the movie, I was like, maybe fuck first.
Yeah, absolutely. It's weird. Yeah, she is married to. Oh, I guess that guy. I was thinking that guy played his son. He just played that captain who left with that woman. They like melded their bodies at the end of the first movie. Anyway,
Mm.
uh,
Isn't Catherine Hicks married to the dude who like created the Chucky doll?
is that
Like
real?
the special effects guy. I think I remember when we covered Child's Play talking about that. Like, isn't that wild? Like this dude that like his job was to create the puppet ended
I,
up married to the lead actress.
yeah, effects makeup artist Kevin Yeager on the set of the film
Yeah,
Child's Play.
there you go.
Absolutely, that's incredible. Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, all right, who
Yeah,
and
one of the all time great pulls of all time.
yeah, seriously,
I said all time twice.
that's how all time it is. Yeah. She all right, that is, she was born 3 days after me. 45 years before me.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Who's your
Uh
LVP? Did you say? You agree with me, the
yeah,
boss
I mean I
guy?
like that,
That guy
Bob.
it was bad.
Um
We
what
also
do you
kept
give
cutting
this
to this
one?
guy. I thought I wrote his name down. He kept saying, I'm Admiral whatever. And I thought he sucked. I don't think I wrote his name down. Damn it. All right. What'd you ask me?
What do you give it?
I give it a 3.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Wow, did not expect that. That's
Yeah,
amazing. So you've given it what did we give the last one? A 3?
yeah. I've done 3-4-3-4.
3-4-3-4, and I've gone 3-4-3-3.
This one probably be 3.5 if I was
I
some
can
kind
see
of
that.
fucking coward. But
But you're not.
I'll give it. Yeah, I'm not. So I'll give it a
No.
4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
And I forgot to ask for questions. Sorry.
Great.
But
Remember last week you were like, I'll ask earlier next time.
earlier or not at all, whichever one came first. No, one came first. So that's it. What are we doing next week, Daniel?
Ooh, I'll tell you, we're closing out the original cast. It is Star Trek V: The Final Frontier, directed by William Shatner. And
Better be in the
Star Trek,
movie a lot, though. Like it better not
yeah.
be where he takes a
No,
back
no,
seat.
I believe it's like the opposite. Like Shatner gives himself all the screen time.
We didn't write it
Uh,
too.
no, I guess not. Uh, I don't remember who wrote it, but and then Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country, where Nicholas Meyer, the director of Wrath of Khan, returns.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of that one. That one's a famous one. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
they're all famous titles, but like I've really heard of that one.
So that's next week. Hey, oh, guys, I said this on the Hey, I'm watching here, but we're on the main show now, baby. I need to give a big hearty thank
Oh,
you to two stunning listeners.
two of the
I
top
mean,
five for
I am
sure.
in their debt for the rest of my life. Nolan Rossiter and David S. slash David Eep. Guys, these motherfuckers
Came through.
donated legitimate money to me so that I can go to WrestleMania this year. All right. I'm going to WrestleMania Sunday and I will be
Sunday.
recording audio from the nosebleeds
Number is
and
this 41?
41. And we're going to do a podcast about it. Maybe have Tim on and it's going to be great.
Well, it's Tim
Guys,
on a lot because he wanted to do a Star Trek. I forgot which one.
he's gonna be the one after next week.
Okay.
All right. So, but I mean, Nolan and David. I mean, every time I think about it, I like start to cry.
Wow.
It's like one of the most amazing things anyone's ever done for me.
That's very
Like,
nice. No
thank you
one's ever
so
done
much.
anything like that for me. So
Yeah, yeah. Maybe sometime. Throw yourself out there on the show.
I
What
don't
do you
do
want
that
to do?
much. I
All
don't know.
right. Anyway, that's I wanted to say that. Also,
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
patreon.com/the franchise. This week on Buffy's Angels, we're finishing Buffy.
Oh, seriously, the final episode of the final season. Well, the
The
final two
final two
episodes. We're doing
episodes.
both of
Yeah.
them.
I mean, that's something. This has been a long haul.
I remember
And
we started. You were like, I don't even know if we'll finish Buffy.
I really didn't
That was what
think
you said the first episode.
I didn't think you'd get into it as much as you did. It's been such a delight watching you like fall in love with this universe.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, that we're still gonna do Angel season 5. So there's some more episodes left of the podcast, but
But that'll be
we're
quick. That'll be
finishing
done
up.
in 11 weeks because we'll
Yeah,
go 2 episodes at a time.
yeah. So and then we're gonna do Lost and the X-Files together. Um
Together. That definitely will not
that
happen.
sounds pretty good.
I really do one at a time, not
Uh,
together.
but they're so long. Okay.
Exactly. Do them one at a time, get them done quick.
Fair enough. All right. So that's hey, vote in the comments. What do you want us to start? Do Lost or X-Files first?
Or 13 Reasons Why. Take a little
Stop
break,
it.
a little
Stop
mini
it.
break. We'll be
All right.
Jensen boys, as
Starring
Tim said once.
Legions Kate Walsh. All right. So that's coming up. We've got what else on
Derek
the
Luke is also in it. Antoine Fisher
No, I mean what
in
else
13
coming
Reasons
up on
Why.
the Patreon?
No. And it has the guy from the Shining TV movie, the
Steven Weber.
dad, Steven Weber plays the principal. Great cast. All right, what'd you ask me? I forgot what you
What
said.
else is coming
Oh,
up on the Patreon?
I wanted to ask you because we were gonna do I think 1990 Friday. Should we just do a top 25 thing instead? Because I don't want to do 1990. I haven't seen all the movies I want to do.
Yeah, we could do a top 25 thing. I also want to do Buffy on Friday instead of Thursday. Is that okay?
Okay. Should we do a top 25 tomorrow, or is that too crazy? Should we just do Buffy?
Um, Tomorrow is Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can do that. Yeah.
You'd have time to make a top 25 list of something?
Yeah. I
I'll send
have
you
time.
suggestions.
I'm just closing tonight, and I don't know when I'm gonna be able to watch Buffy, and I don't want to like be tired watching these crucial
That's when the
episodes.
top 25 comes in when we don't want to
Mm-hmm.
do anything.
All right, so tomorrow we're gonna do a top 25
One of
list.
your suggestions that you pitched, guys.
Yeah, well, you'll find out tomorrow, and then we've got that Buffy's Angels coming at you on Friday. All right, thank you so much for listening. Final Frontier, Undiscovered Country next week on the pod. Live long. Oral stimulation of the penis.